Okay,
One thing, yeah.
I think we're back. I think we're back. We'll have to um, message those that can jump back in and let them
Yep,
know they can join.
I am on it, sir.
We are back. Sorry about that, everybody. Technical difficulties. Um, Internet out here in Texas sometimes just decides to go out, which is great. So we were wrapping up Fallout, which is great. We're now going to be pivoting over to, I mean, honestly, the part that I know Jared's really excited about.
I'm so jazzed. I'm so jazzed.
Um, but we're going to be deck building, much to my chagrin. And Jared, if you would like to get the viewers started and let them know what we're going to be building tonight, we can jump in.
You sound so excited.
I'm super, I
So,
mean, yes, I am, but I'm not, but I am. You know how it goes.
so a little background. Uh, Ian hates goblins. That's the background. Uh, I think goblins get a rep in Magic, but I've played enough D&D, I've watched enough movies in the fantasy realm to know that in some ways goblins get the shaft, and it's usually the mine shaft. Okay. Um, a lot of fantasy lore out there leans into the fact that goblins are sort of dumb clever, but Magic often doesn't. Magic sort of treats them as cannon fodder. Most goblin decks go really, really wide and just overwhelm you with a bunch of little bitty goblins, and maybe you anthem them up to like a 2/2 or a 3/3, but you're swinging with 50 of them. If you've ever sat across from a Cranko mob boss player, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I've always wondered, can we build the clever goblin? Can we build the somewhat intellectual goblin? The goblin that is mischievous and isn't necessarily fast and sort of reckless. And Lorwyn brings back goblins with a twist. You've got, Lorwyn is sort of the Gaelic mythology set for magic, and in that realm, you've got boggarts, which are goblins. You've got aunties, which are the sort of head of goblins. And I like to think of these smarter goblins, sort of like I think about the Lost Boys in Hook. They're a bunch of reckless kids. They're messy. They're out of control, but they're sort of ingenious. They've created this little world for themselves, gadgetry. Um, they just sort of have a love of life, but through this sort of agent of recklessness. I mean, these are boys who, had to grow up in the jungles of the lore of Peter Pan on their own, no parents to sort of keep them at bay. And so that's the way I think of these sort of clever, smart goblins. And so the challenge is, can we build a goblin deck that isn't hell bent on going super wide, super fast, and does more things, interacts more with the board, interferes with people's plans, does ingenious little tricks. So we're here to convince Ian that this is possible. And
I just imagine you rehearsing that whole spiel
I was in the mirror,
all day.
um, talking to myself. I was reenacting the Willem Dafoe scene from Spider-Man where him and the Green Goblin are going toe to toe together. And so,
Oh boy.
again, here's the deal. I'm feigning confidence here. Okay. I'm like Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z, and I'm on my last legs here. I don't know if this actually could happen, but what I will tell you is everybody on YouTube right now is doing the same dang goblin deck. And with Lorwyn, everybody on YouTube is doing the same dang -1/-1 counter deck led by a goblin, but not leaning into the tribal. And so I want us to lean into the clever. I think there's a possibility that we build this deck off of the Lorwyn Precon set list or deck list and just add more gobos, more goblins, more mischief. But I think what we do here, the deck name's got to be Mischief Matters, right, Ian? I see you're waiting.
Like, sure,
And
mischief
I
matters.
think we should look at multicolored legendary goblins to start and make sure that that Auntie is the right choice. But I do think
Okay.
she's the right choice, but I think it'll be helpful to see what else is at stake here.
Okay.
So let's look up legendary multicolored goblins and we'll figure out who the leader of our deck is. I think Auntie's cool. I like -1/-1 counters. They seem mischievous.
Hmm.
And so I do like that archetype, and I think it's fun that we're returning to that. But maybe there's something else there that we're missing.
Okay. So multicolor. So there's obviously anti-Ool, which everyone's building around, right? So I'm in the mindset of let's try to find something else. Um, Breaches the
Remember, we
Blastmaker.
want multicolor, so
Yep. Here's Breaches. Breaches is a goblin pirate. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, flip a coin. When you win the flip, copy that spell. So we could make a flip a coin deck.
yeah,
Goro Goro and Satoru. Um, Whenever one or more creatures you control that entered this turn deal combat damage to a player, you create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. Creatures you control gain haste. So that's like a combat matters, hasty. It's got to be hasty. Something that entered this turn dealing damage. Ninjutsu, probably.
yep,
Green Goblin Nemesis. Whenever you discard a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on target goblin you control. Whenever you discard a land card, create a tap treasure token. Green Goblin Revenant. That one's uncommon. I'm gonna skip that one. Grenzo. X11 counters. Put the bottom card of your library into your graveyard. If it's a creature card with power less than or equal to Grenzo's power, put on the battlefield. That one's fun. Uh,
look at you. You're already turning a corner. I
no,
feel it.
I'm
I
not.
feel
No,
it.
no, I'm not there yet. I'm trying to. I'm just looking at the. I'm not looking at the fact that these are goblins. I'm just reading the card. Um,
Okay, okay.
I'm skipping all
Reading
the.
the card
Does explain the card.
explains the card.
Correct. Correct. That's is it. I don't want to do is it. Norman Osborn, Green Goblin. That's like the discard matters one. Conniving. Do Old
You
Buzz
know what's an
Bark.
interesting one I was looking at was Slumgar and Squee, the
Mm.
sapperling guy, the fungus guy.
Hmm. What about we just do an unstable commander? When Old Buzz Bark enters, you roll
No,
X
no.
six-sided dice. Shut up. I'm gonna finish reading this card. You roll X six-sided dice onto the battlefield from a height of at least that many X inches. For each dice, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to the result on each creature you control that the die is touching. For each die, Old Buzzbark deals damage equal to the result to each creature an opponent controls that the die is touching. That's so tempting. Uh, that's my kind of
That's a
goblin
negative.
commander. Uh, God, such a hater. Um, let's see. Rulik Mons. No. What's this guy? Oh, that's that new dude. The is it kind of spell casty dude. Shattergang Brothers, that's always fun. Sacrifice Matters
Yep, that
stuff.
one's Jund. So that's the same
Mm-hmm.
as Auntie.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think Jund is sort of the lane you want to be in if you
Oh,
can.
this one. This is cool. Okay, we're gonna put a pin in this one. Because I like Slimefoot and Squee. I do remember liking this
Fine
card.
foot. That's it.
Whenever
Yep.
it enters or attacks, you create a 1/1 green sapling creature token, and then you can pay one Jund, sacrifice and sapling, return this card and up to one other target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's
So it's like a
pretty.
weird. It's a weird reanimate deck.
I kind of let's put a pin in that one.
Okay.
Let's finish going through. You knew I would want to make the Graveyard Matters deck.
Hmm.
Ultimate Green Goblin. People really like that card. I don't know. I don't get it.
Hey, what's up, Disciple of Bolas? What's going on? We're making Ian's worst nightmare true. We're forcing a goblin deck, but we're not going to do conventional goblins. We're going off the beaten path goblins. I love Ultimate
Whatever.
Green Goblin, but I don't think he's clever enough. I think it's possible he goes in the deck though, because I think you can loot away stuff and pick up treasure and go hellbent in these decks pretty easily.
Hmm.
We got the original Auntie, Wart, Boggart Auntie.
Yeah. Mm-mm. That art scares me. It's so scary. The
It is.
number
I
of
also
times,
like the
the
if you
number of times
bring up
I've
Wart
had,
and look at the babies. Look at the babies she's got.
the
They're
number
like
of times I've had this picture sent to me in the last week is like it should be considered abuse. Like it's not okay. Um, I think if you're okay with it, I think I want to do Slimefoot and Squee.
let's do it. Let's do it, man.
Okay. All right, let's do it. What's
Okay,
it
so
called?
I have some thoughts about Slimefoot and Squee if we're going to go that route.
Okay.
We need to be thinking about what are the most impactful goblins that have enter the battlefield effects.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be thinking about potentially if we're gonna. I mean, you're gonna make goblin tokens. That's a given. You're gonna make tokens.
Yep.
Um, so maybe populate as a like doesn't have to be like a main theme, but a few cards in there that have some consequential populate would be good.
Okay. Okay. Remember, we have to
Um,
sacrifice saplings here. That's specifically what we have to be sacrificing.
Correct. So we need to make sure you don't actually, it creates the sapperling that you could sack. So we just need to make sure
Creates
that we
one.
have at least one on the board.
Mhm.
But yeah, to your point, we need some redundancy on the sapperlings.
Mhm.
I think there actually is if we're going to lean into Lorwyn, which I think is the right thing to do, we can
Mhm.
get some changelings in there that count as both goblins and sapperlings. So if we run, anthem effects on goblins, great. If we need to sacrifice a changeling to get back our Slimefoot and Squee,
Mhm.
then we're fine. So I think some changelings in there would be helpful.
Possibly. Yeah. I want to
And
look
that
at
might be the way
tribal.
to circumvent having this entire sort of side quest of like, ooh, how do we make sure we have enough sapperlings?
True. Yes. Let's also see if there's any other tribal sapperling-esque things that we can do. Um, well, I'm already a fan of this little goofball.
Tell me
Bright
about it.
Cap
Tell us
Badger.
about it.
I didn't even know this card existed. Um, so it's an adventure card. I do like adventures, just kind of in
They're
general. But
great.
it's you can pay 3 and create 2/1/1 green sapperling tokens. That's an instant too, which is nice. And then each fungus and sapperling you control has tap for green mana. And at the beginning of your end step, you create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. I'm gonna add that.
I
I'm
love it. I
gonna
love it.
add
And
that to the
again,
deck.
this is an enabler and it's an anthem effect for changelings. So,
Hmm.
I think the changeling thing could be really
You're
good.
you're really high on changelings, I've noticed in the past few weeks. You've
It's
been very
Norwin. We're getting excited
changeling.
about Norwin.
Yeah, I know. I know, I know. Let's see. These are fun.
Oh, you know
Um,
what? Disciple of Bolus said, got to add grub from the new set if you're going squee. Let's see what grub from the new set is. We need to do Laurelwyn Eclipsed grub.
dude, grub, maybe just grub. Oh, yeah, you were really, you liked this one a lot.
Oh, Life and Limb's
Uh,
good. Yep.
when this creature enters or transforms into grub, return up to one target goblin card from your graveyard to your hand. Whoops. Yeah, sorry, y'all. Some,
Oh yeah, that was a kind of on the short list of building as a commander. Yeah, we ought to get grub in there for sure.
yeah, I'll put her in. You can transform her. When it attacks, you may blight one. If you do, create a tapped and attacking creature, or tapped and attacking token that's a copy of the blighted creature, except
Yep.
it has at the beginning of the end step sacrifice this token. That's fun. Kind of do some stuff there. And
Let's
then
look at grub's command up top while we're here. Top
yeah,
right, and see what that does.
choose two. It's a sorcery, so it's a 5 drop, 5 cost sorcery.
Better be
Um,
good for that.
create a token that's a copy of target goblin you control. Creatures target player controls gets +1/+1 and gain haste. Destroy target artifact or creature. Target player mills 5 cards, then puts each goblin card milled this way into their hand. I like that. The milling, I think, is
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. I'm in.
I'll put that in. Okay. Let's. The other thing that I think we could do here is like self mill type stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Can we put my favorite Goblin Boy in there? Can we
which
put
one?
Muxus?
How is it?
It's
MUXX?
Muxux.
Yeah, Muxus. Oops, my search is upset at me tonight. Um, put all goblin creature cards with converted mana cost 5 or less from among them onto the battlefield.
Yeah,
Ugh,
busted.
ugh. Yeah, we'll put it in. I hate it, but sure, we'll put it in.
That's my boy. That's my dude.
I know, I know. It's kind of the goblin that we just talked about we were gonna make, but that's fine. That's fine. It's okay.
That's not true. We're getting each of our goblins serves as like a Swiss Army knife of sorts. They have abilities, but this guy just brings a shitload of them back, man.
Okay. Self mill. Self mill,
Self
self mill.
mill.
Um,
Is it self mill or do we go the sort of Madness Mayhem route with discard draw stuff?
well, so where I was going with this is with Slimefoot and Squee. You can pay 4 and sacrifice a sapling and return. So you want Slimefoot and Squee to go to the graveyard. Like
Yes.
you want it to be there.
Yep.
So you bring it and up to one other target creature, any
Yep.
creature, from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then
Yep.
you could,
Muxus would be the banger
well,
because then he brings a ton of creatures out.
yeah, so you could do Muxus. Like I'm thinking like ETB type stuff, or you could do something stupid like, you could mill yourself I don't know, mill yourself a Blightsteel Colossus, or just something like really big and expensive that you wouldn't usually just be casting and
Oh
cheat it
hell
out.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I am in on the Blightsteel Colossus, Ian. This is a great plan. It feels like something a bunch of smart little goblins, little clever goblins would build. They built that shit.
Although, okay, I wasn't sure about this, but it actually is the case. If it's put into a graveyard from anywhere, you shuffle it back in your library. So that's not gonna work. That
Okay,
won't
but
work.
something big.
Yeah,
Some game-ending
something big.
gigantic creature. What about the other Colossus? What about Darksteel Colossus? Does he have the same claws?
think it does.
Or an Eldrazi with Annihilator 17 or whatever.
It does have the same clause.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do like, CMC greater than 8. I don't know. And oh yeah, dude, you could put like Apex Devastator in there. I'm just gonna add some stupid cards. Um, you could do
Oh, Craterhoof Behemoth. Yeah, Hunter. So there's some stuff in the chat going on. We can go through these one by one. Let's go to the top here. Sporogenesis. Let's take a look at that.
oh, Spore
And go
Genesis
ahead
is
and
great.
yeah, read that for the crew.
Let me see if I can spell it. One sec. Actually, it's probably just I'll keep it as Spore. Uh, Spore Genesis is not there. Let me find it. Um, Sporo. Got it. Sporogenesis. During your upkeep, you can put a fungus counter on target non-token creature. Whenever a creature with a fungus counter on it is put into a graveyard, put a Saproling token into play. That's cool. So you basically
Yep.
just put one on Squee or I mean really anything, and you can keep
He
your
dies and we get the Saproling out of it. Yeah, love that.
yeah, that's cool.
And it's
Um,
during your upkeep. So the longer the boys stay out, Squee and Slimefoot, the more these sponge things come out or spore things come out. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
hmm
I love it.
hmm
Let's look at Ferafor Young You.
Yeah, that's from the new precon. Um, this guy's gotten some hype. So it's a tree folk druid. When Fervor enters, create a number of 1/1 green sapling creature tokens equal to the number of counters among creatures a target player controls. And then you can tap Ferrofor and double the number of each kind of counter on target creature, that's cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're going to be playing a bunch of -1/-1 counters decks, let's be real. So we'll have counters on the
Well, and,
board.
and counters are pretty. I mean, counters happen every game. I feel like people are pulling the dice out every game. So that yeah, I mean, I don't think this is a dead card.
Who I don't know if Hunter is making this up. Shroofus
Oh,
Sprousire.
Shroofus is my boy. Shroofus is my boy. I thought about building Shroofus.
What is
You're gonna
this?
love
Who's
this.
Shroofus?
He's not a doofus. He's Shroofus.
How do you SHRR?
If you don't know about Shroofus, you're
Dude,
missing
I
out.
I don't know about Shroofus. Who is this guy? Trample. Whenever sapling you control deals combat damage. It's so dumb. Okay, yeah. I'm into it. I'm into it. All right. Okay. Um,
I really did think
Craterhoof.
about building this guy. He was on my short list when we did Helga. He was on my short list of one of the guys to go after.
Oh, really? That's funny because I
Oh
actually
yeah.
thought Hunter was just making that up.
No, no, no. Hunter
Lord,
also said Craterhoof Behemoth. I don't know
I
if we
got
put that in there.
I got
And
that.
then Disciple said Lord of Extinction.
Yeah, Lord, I got that added too now. Okay,
All right, can we talk about some of my favorite goblins just to sort of, let's round it out.
sure, fine.
Let's get let's get Goblin Ringleader in there.
Okay.
Let's get well, when I was thinking about Auntie and the -1/-1 build, I was thinking about Goblin Sharpshooter because, you're putting -1/-1 counters on things, you're likely getting things down to 1 toughness,
hmm
and Sharpshooter just goes bananas for 1 toughness creatures. I don't know in this deck if the Sharpshooter is really good. to be honest.
I mean,
But it
if
does ping for one. Anytime something dies, you get to untap it and ping for one. So
it,
there's utility there.
is there any like enchantment that like when you do damage, when a creature does damage, it makes saprolings?
I don't know. It'd be like Shreufus's Manuphis, you know?
Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. What was we can put him in there for now. Um, I
Yeah,
just
we need to get all the squeeze in there. Hunter's right. You're taking us too far down the Saproling path, Ian. You're obsessed. We need more goblins. This is about goblins, Ian.
fine, fine. You see what I'm doing? I can't. I just can't. I can't pull
Get on
myself.
target, okay?
I can't pull myself
We
to
got
do it.
changelings for Saproling, okay?
Uh, I do agree that Squee is the best goblin in Magic.
He's the best.
That I will
And there's
agree
a
with.
bunch of them.
Okay. Whenever he attacks, create a 1/1 goblin. You can cast it from your graveyard. It's got like escape 4. Um, I, you gotta have Squee Goblin to Bob,
Of
and
course.
you gotta have Squee the
Dubious
Immortal.
Monarch? Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Do we want to put a relic robber out there? That one's
Um,
silly. I don't know if it's good enough. Brash Taunter definitely goes in every goblin deck, I think.
oh, you just love this stupid card. Um,
What does Squeeze Toy do? Jeez. I didn't see
it
that.
just prevents 1 damage.
That's not good.
It's not. Um, Relic Robert. What was the other one you just said? Um,
Oh, Brash Taunter.
Brash Taunter. That's it. Yeah, Brash Taunter's good. Um, Now I do know
And I do, yep,
there's
go ahead.
infinite combos with Squee the Immortal that we could do. Pretty
Cool.
sure we're in a color they could do. Yeah, 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 yeah. So you put in Food Chain, you get infinite mana with Squee.
Love it.
Um, because you can exile Squee and then you get three
Oh,
mana. You get three
yeah, yeah,
mana of
yeah.
any color.
It loop it. Yep.
But you actually get four, so you can pay for Squee infinitely. And after you cast him 3 times, you can bank the mana to have infinite mana, basically. So that's a
Yep.
fun combo. Um,
Do we want to put the other, like the Shatter Gang is sort of like an alternate commander, not really, but it is great
it
utility. I
is.
mean, you could do
I
a
agree.
lot with that. So let's put Shatter Gang in there.
You can. It's really good because you can blow something up if it's going to get removed, and then everyone's got it. Everyone else has to sacrifice that same thing, or you can just use it as a removal option, which I really like. I do like Shadow Gang Brothers. They're good.
Yep.
Um,
I really like Shatter Gang Brothers. You guys hear this? Chat. Did everybody hear this? Just just saying.
he can change.
You can
Uh,
change.
oh
Like Animorphs, dude. You're turning into a goblin.
God, I just imagine the book cover with me doing that.
Hmm, hmm.
Let's see. Another target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. What else could drop in and suck? Um, I just that I've never landed Apex Devastator, never cast it. I've always wanted to. It just seems so silly to cascade 4 times. Um,
Well,
s-
silly is where we like to be, man. And you know what? Disciple said Siege Gang Lieutenant. I also think Siege Gang Commando.
Siege game, Lieutenant, at the beginning of combat, create 2. Yeah, sure, why not? And
And you ought to
then
put Cranko Mob Boss in there. I mean, we do want to have some fodder. We want to have some fun with the goblin bodies. We're not necessarily attacking with them, but being able to sack them. I think. Oh man, is it goblin? There, I can visualize the picture, but there is a goblin lackey that allows you to sacrifice a goblin to create a red. No, it's
oh
not lack. Oh my
no,
god, what is his name? Goblin.
hold on.
Uh,
I'm reading through Cranko cards. Cranko, Mob Boss, you said?
yep, Skirk
Um,
Prospector.
oh yeah, Skirk. Yeah, I remember that one. It's an old one. No, it's not that old. Yeah, that's
What is
cool.
he? Let's make sure he's correct
You
here.
sacrifice a goblin, add red.
Okay, but you could do it multiple times, right?
Yeah,
I think you can.
yeah,
Okay, okay, just making sure.
at instant speed. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
What about oh, we got to get the hexing squelcher, of course, in there.
oh sure. We'll put her in there. That's your boo. Your boo boo. Your boo thing.
The other thing we could do is General Crete, the Bolt Bringer. He's got whenever any creature you control enters, he deals one damage to each opponent. So that's sort of like a built-in win con.
Oh yeah, it's like yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll put him in. That's one of the like probably really expensive jumpstart cards.
Yep.
Yeah, $10.
Can we
Holy shit. It's crazy.
can we put Goblin Game in there? One of my
Yeah,
favorite cards of all time, just
sure.
because. Why not?
I'm into it. Yep. Um, let's see if there's any good art cards with Squee in it. Hmm, let's see.
And then we should look up the kindred spells. So we ought to get some anthems in there. Like there's some that make goblins cheaper. Like is it Goblin Champion that makes them cheaper? Some give haste.
Oh, dude, hell yeah. Snuff Out. I forgot Snuff Out has Squee on it. We'll put Squee on there. Let's
Yeah.
put Recycle in there. That's a fun card with Squee on it.
Yep.
This also could be fun because we could fill our graveyard this way. Because it reduces your hand size to two. Um, so we'll be pumping and dumping. Um, okay. And then what does Slimefoot do? Sorry, I swear I'll get back on topic. Art Slimefoot. Could be fun to just put Slimefoot in there on his own. Whenever a sapperling dies, it deals one damage. Or you guys are trying to talk me off the sapperling tree, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we just need them. We need access to them, but we're gonna kill people with goblins and goblin shenanigans, right?
Okay. Okay.
What
Oh,
about man, this is such a funny goblin card, but I feel like in a three-color deck it's not amazing. The goblin carbelcher, probably too expensive.
oh,
We ought to
Charbelcher.
yeah, I don't think I think it's a fool's errand, but it's great. Um
It's pretty fun. Let's do it. I want to do it.
okay.
That's my
And then
kind of
there's like
silliness.
And then what's the like is it powder keg? That's like the dumb one where like
Now
it
there's
might be a board wipe.
you're going the same route I am. There's two. I want to put Goblin Grenade in there because of course.
Yep.
And there's Goblin Bomb, and that's the flip a coin one.
Yep.
During your upkeep, you may choose to flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails, blah blah. If you win the flip, you put a fuse counter on it. Otherwise, you remove it. You remove five fuse counters, and then it deals 20 damage to a player. So yeah, we're gonna put that in.
I love it. I love it.
And of course, Goblin Grenade is you sacrifice a goblin, it deals 5 damage to creature or player, which is awesome. And
What about
the art is fun.
Kiki Jiki?
Kiki Jiki.
Yeah, from Kamigawa.
I know who Kiki Jiki is. Create a token that's a copy. Is that what are we doing with Kiki Jiki? That's
So there's a couple of things you can do. You can create a Slimefoot copy and keep the token and allow the other one go to the graveyard. And the
hmm
token that comes in creates the Saproling. So then you can loop Slimefoot when the other one dies. You can copy your Saproling and also do Slimefoot's ability and keep another Saproling around. You can copy any goblin on the field that has an ETB or leaves the battlefield
hmm
effect that is useful or helpful. It's just sort of like a weird, it lots of options.
Okay. I don't know that you've convinced me on that one.
Really?
No.
Chat, what do we think? Kiki Jiki?
I'll wait for someone to say yes. And while they're all hesitating to say yes, um, what is it? What's the freaking goblin ignoble hierarch? Good Lord, that took me far too long. Um, although, are there any other good mana dorks that are? Actually, let's do this. Mana dork type goblin.
You say no, Hunter. Come on. I thought you were on my side on this one. All right.
Ignoble hierarch. We could always put Warren Soul Trader in there.
Yep.
It's
Always good.
really good.
Um,
Make some
having a sack
treasures.
outlets and sack payoffs is helpful too.
I mean, we do want to put things in the grave. Like the whole shtick with this is we bring stuff back from the graveyard
Yep.
for
Yep.
and we avoid commander tax simultaneously.
Yep.
Well, we're taxed one, but it's better than doesn't incrementally increase. Um,
How about we need a patriarch's bidding in there. And then there's a new patriarch's bidding for the new Lorwyn too.
yeah, what was that called? It's
It's
just
a bidding. So if you put bidding in there, we should see both. And I can't say for sure that the new one is viable, but let's take a look.
nature spitting. We'll set ECL and bloodline bidding.
What does
Oh
that one
yeah,
do?
it's patriarch's bidding, but you can convoke it.
Yeah,
It's good.
great.
It's good.
Love it. And then also, I wonder what of the Behold stuff in the new set, like Behold a Goblin, is going to be powerful. There's going to be some Behold stuff that's pretty good.
We can look.
And I guess it does need to be Behold a Goblin. Oh, Grave Shifter is a good one. You just passed it a second ago.
Grave shifter. Okay. You just want
Uh,
changelings, dude. Just want changelings.
Again, it solves two problems. Champion of the Weird. We talked about how much I like that one, and I do.
Mm-hmm. Turn one of Blights too.
Get the champion in there.
Yeah. Do we want like death triggers at all?
I mean, yeah, certainly. I mean, it's going to happen. We're not, these guys aren't sticking around forever. So, and we will have some sack outlets, and we are a graveyard deck. So going to the graveyard is fine. We're not worried about it.
I'm just saying because like we could blight our own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we do have to blight our own stuff,
We
sorry,
have
but
to. We
but
have to with that one.
blight our own stuff and have it die.
Yep.
Hmm.
Well, again, it's like if the goblin has a good ETB and we blight it away to the graveyard, uh, number one, when the champion goes to the graveyard, you get to bring stuff back to your hand. Number two, you could just bring the stuff back from the graveyard anyway.
Yeah, true. That's true.
So there's all kinds of flexibility with that one. When you behold, you're exiling. The exile card will come back to your hand. You kill stuff with blight. You bring it back with Slimefoot. There's all kinds of loop. Oh, Skull Clamp. Yes, of course. This definitely feels like a Skull Clamp deck.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Skull Clamp is in.
Now, some
Hmm.
things to think about outside of just the creature stuff. We definitely need some ramp. We definitely need some card draw. And so we need to be thinking about, oh, perfect picture for the Skull Clamp, too, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Great.
Just
Great.
a just a dumb goblin wearing a helmet. Um, card draw. Card draw in green. In red and black.
I mean, a Phyrexian Arena, we just talked about it. That goes in here. Um,
Possibly.
I
Yeah.
don't I don't know if we care about the downside of Howling Mine giving everybody an extra card, but that's an easy cheap. And the goblins work in the mines, so it's flavorfully accurate too.
Yeah. I'm putting in Tender Shoot Dryad, and I don't care what you say.
I think that's fine.
Um, just seeing if there's any like draw from Saprolink stuff. We could always do Opposition Agent.
Yep.
Or no. Sorry, not Opposition. What's
Um,
the
Agent
one?
of Treacher? No.
No. The one that draws.
Morbid Opportunist.
That's it. Morbid Opportunist.
Yeah, yeah. Or Midnight Reaper.
Yes. I know Midnight Reaper, you lose life, and it's non-token, so that's not going to do as good.
Yeah. Okay.
Morbid Opportunist. That also Morbid Opportunist is nice because it also counts your opponent's creatures.
Yep.
Um, we could always do the type instant. Mm.
Do you want to look at the like the Kindred Goblin spells and see what we got there?
Oh yeah, we could do Kindred.
we Hunter gave us two more: Mutable Explorer and Springleaf Parade.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look through these real quick.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
the kindred stuff. Mm, whenever a goblin creature you control dies, each opponent loses one life and you gain one life.
Yep.
Uh, that's Boggart Mischief, and then Boggart Shenanigans is whenever another goblin you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. You may have Boggart Shenanigans deal one damage to target player.
Yeah, get them both. Yep.
Um,
We got Boggart Birthright is a one mana, you know, bring it back to the hand. And it's also thematically amazing. Look at that art, dude.
I'll go back to it. One sec. Drowsy, Rogue. I didn't realize there were these many tribal cards. Um,
Wait, that fodder you just rolled past a second ago? That was interesting.
which one?
It was a bit up. It was something fodder. It was a tribal. It was -5/-5 to a
Oh
creature, but
yeah,
I think it
fodder
also
launch.
nugged somebody for 5. Yeah.
It does. It's kind of like Goblin Bomb, but it's a 4 drop. We can put it on. And then what was the other one that you said earlier? Boggart Birthright, is that the one? To return
Yeah.
Goblin?
That was up. Yeah, it was up
God,
towards the
that card is just
top.
disgusting. Ugh, whatever, I'll put it in.
Which one? The birthright?
Yeah, it's like this really hideous goblin just living in the swamp. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Did you get Mutable Explorer and Springleaf yet?
No, let me get those. Mutable Explorer. Oh, the one with the mutavault token. Yeah, because you could yeah. And then Springleaf Parade? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Make a bunch of shapeshifters, but then all your creature tokens have add one of any color mana. That's cool.
Yeah, it's great.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So good. All right.
It's so
Can I
good.
just ask you, have you come around yet?
I'm coming around to the deck we're building. Uh I just I don't know. I just don't like goblins. I don't know. Just, there listen, there are some cool goblins. Like I'm not I Squee is one of my favorite characters. He's hilarious.
It's
Um,
amazing.
you heard me say I love Shadow Gang Brothers. Um, I'm glad we're building a Squee deck. Let's just say that. I'm happy we're building a Squee deck.
You're squeeing with happiness.
I'm squeeing with happiness, yes.
I love it.
Um, there's gotta be some like other kind of tribal type stuff that we can do with goblins, but without it being the
Since we're
kind of goblin we're
referring,
talking about.
is this a Door of Destinies deck? Because we're just do you have to cast, or is it when they come into play? I think it's when they come into play.
Can we put in airdrop Condor? That's hilarious.
Let's see. What does that one do?
Airdrop Condor. It's a 5 drop, so it's kind of silly. It's a flying 2/2 bird, but you can pay one and a red and sacrifice a goblin, and it deals damage equal to the goblin's power to target creature or player. It's
The
just
the
like
fact that we don't have any goblins that are high powered right now is kind of hilarious.
it's just funny because it's I just imagine this bird just like dropping goblins on people, and that makes me giggle.
Like, I feel like that arms dealer just to the right of it is better, strictly better. But yeah, the condor is hilarious.
It's just flavor. Let's put Auntie's Hovel in because that's a tribal land we can do.
Yep, yep.
Um,
Original anti snitch. What does she do? I forget.
let's put Boggart Harbinger. That's the, tutor for a goblin card from Lorwyn.
Yep, yep.
Um, Whenever another goblin you control dies, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. I guess that could be good. Again, it's like death trigger stuff.
Yep.
Oh, dude, Brightstone Ritual. Yeah, hell yeah.
So good in there.
Get a bunch of mana.
Yep.
Cabal Slaver. That's kind of funny.
That
Um,
is. Whenever a
I
goblin deals combat damage to a player, I mean, that's every goblin, right? It's like not one or more. It's just all of them. You can make somebody discard their whole damn hand. Put them
hmm
in there.
Put
And the
him in
Snoop
there.
needs to be there too, by the way.
Put him in there. Conspicuous Snoop, yeah. What about Click Slither? I remember this card sucked in the pre-con. It just got so big because you
Yep.
can you can give it 2/2 and trample for each
Yeah,
goblin
you
you
attack,
sack.
wait for them to take the damage, and then sack, right?
I mean, if they don't block, sure.
Yeah. Well, even if they block, you could give it
Yeah.
trample.
There we go. Here we go. Earth Blighter. Pay 3, tap and sack a goblin, destroy target land. Let's just be that person. I'm all in
Oh
on that.
God. Okay. All right.
I'm
Well,
all in on that. Um,
I mean, land destruction, like targeted land destruction, now is almost necessary with like the Bajuka bogs and just all the crazy stuff that people are doing.
Field of the Dead.
What does this eclipse dogger boggart do over there? The
Look at the
top four
top
cards of your
four.
library, you could reveal a goblin, swamp, or mountain card from among them and put it into your hand. That seems pretty great.
It's good. Kind of card draw.
Lets you hit your land, card draw,
Hmm
leaves a body. You know what we really need is some goblin saprolings. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This one's good. Gem Palm Incinerator. When you cycle it, you can have it deal X damage to target. Oh, it's only to target creature. I thought that was better than that. Frog Tosser Banneret. That's a good one. Goblin spells and rogue spells cost 1 less. Fuck it. Let's put Goblin Burrows in.
Yeah, get it.
Um, you notice I'm skipping a lot of goblins.
I see you. I see you. Goblin Chieftain's got to go in there, man. It does have to go in.
Just
Give them all haste, man. Haste them up.
haste? Okay.
And
But that
Goblin King, giving everybody Mountain Walk is really gross in Commander.
Okay, fine. Fine.
And actually put the goblin matron in there because you can loop a few things with it. You can use the matron to get the recruiter and get the recruiter to stack your deck, and then you just kind of are set up for the game.
Well, I mean, why not just go with Goblin Recruiter? That's what you
No, you
said,
put him
right?
in there too.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I'm just saying you can use the matron to tutor up the recruiter, so you got more chances of hitting the recruiter. Because you could set up one of these things where you mill all your goblins too. It's pretty good. All right, how many cards are we at?
Probably like 50 something.
All right, let's put lands in there
Oh, here we
and
go.
see what we need
Goblin.
left.
Put a Goblin Trash Master in there.
Oh, the Trash Master.
Sacrifice a Goblin, destroy target artifact.
Love it.
That's pretty good. And
War Chief is very good for the cost reduction.
which one? War Chief?
Yeah, the Goblin War Chief.
Oh, and haste. Okay. Mad Auntie. Regenerate goblins. Hmm.
Yeah, not as exciting, right? We kind of don't care if they go to the graveyard.
No. No, we
But she is really cute.
don't. Okay. Okay. Um.
All right, I think we got our Goblin base, or we're close. We got to add lands in. I think we need to, if we're going to put more creatures in, I do think we need some changelings to balance out the sap. Like, we just can't have this deck run out of saprolings. And I
Yeah.
also wonder what other like spells. Do we have enough targeted removal? Do we have enough? I mean, we could put together the other reanimate package. We could put reanimate in there. We could put um trying to think of other like mass reanimate spells, but I mean, there's like Twilight's Call, but it's kind of pricey. Um, Living Death isn't quite what we're looking for.
Mm-mm. Let's see. We have a lot of creatures. 41 creatures. Ugh. Um, we need to trim those. We are, probably two lands away or two cards away from being, basically lands accounting for the rest of the deck. Um, and
Did you
actually,
put
well, I put
you
two
put the
lands in.
auntie in? The original, the OG auntie?
The OG Auntie? What's the OG Auntie?
Yeah, the black red one, the Boggart auntie or whatever it's called. You were just hovering over it, but I guess the delay.
Oh, Wart?
Yeah,
I didn't. I can.
she is sort of a nice reanimate type of deal.
Yeah, that's okay. Um, yeah, we're probably gonna have to tune this a bit because we have like just all, it's like all creatures. We
We're
got
back
some,
to legions, man.
yeah, no kidding. We got some enchantments, a couple artifacts that are fun. I think we need some removal, probably some ramp, a little bit more ramp,
The
not
the
much.
ramp, like a simple ramp package like Kodamo's Reach and um, man, I feel like explosive vegetation used to be good, but man, ramping on 4 is just not as good anymore. You got to do it sooner. You just have to.
Yeah, I think we need to like kind of lean into the enters the battlefield type of stuff. Like ETB or ETB or LTB triggers, I think is what we kind of have to look into
Yep.
as far as what we trim, because like for instance, like Siege Gang Lieutenant is not as good in my opinion because he only triggers at the beginning of combat, whereas Siege Gang Commander, when it makes the goblins when it enters. So
Yep.
you'd want to be bringing that back, and you could technically bring it back for cheaper with the commander. So I'm gonna
Yep.
tech ideas Siege Gang Lieutenant. Yeah, we'll do. Um, and then I don't know. I'm kind of torn on like Goblin War Chief and stuff, like the haste. Well, maybe not for the
Yeah.
cost reduction, but like,
Yeah, the cost reduction one we could keep. I don't know that we need to anthem it. We do need to figure out how to close out the game because we're not going wide.
yeah.
We're just
Well,
kind of being devious.
we would have to do it with like Craterfoot Behemoth, like Loop Craterfoot Behemoth, or like something silly like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, we'll have to noodle on this. I think it's a good start, but I might kind of play around with it. I think it's like ETB, LTB type stuff that we need to do. Like Click
Maybe
Slither is
what we
cool.
do,
Like I like Click Slither, but I'm gonna remove it because
it's not
it's
quite the click slither deck. We're not trying. We don't have like 30 goblin tokens we could sack to click slither, right?
yeah, no. And then I also think like some of these, I don't know, we need more like yeah, we need like enter the battlefield, lead the battlefield stuff. So like let's see if chat put anything in. No.
I think what we could do is we take this list as it stands
Hmm.
and we get our Patreons in the Discord involved and see where they would fill the gaps.
Yeah. So here, I'm gonna turn on share deck data, and then what we'll do is I'll turn on enable collaboration, and then I'll put it in the Discord
I love it.
into our Patreon. That's a good segue too, because we should probably wrap up. It's almost 11 o'clock. Holy smokes.
I know.
Um,
We time with these goblins. Can you believe it?
yeah. Um, if you wanna, yeah, we can segue into talking about the Discord and the Patreon, and then we can wrap up.
Yeah, man. Just before everybody goes, uh, let's be honest. Most Magic websites still feel like they're running on Windows XP, and they were coded during the Great Aurora. Clunky, slow, and actively hostile to joy. Constant lists exist because we wanted something better, faster, cleaner, built for how people actually play Magic now and not how a corporate fairy thinks we should. Constant List is a community driven MTG platform for deck builders, collectors, traders, and absolute Kithkin brained degenerates like us. Decks, collections, pricing, decisions, bizarre rule knots, all in one place without wrestling the UI like it's a hostile elemental. Here's the part that matters most. This site is built in public. Every feature starts as a whisper in the glen from real players. If it exists, someone asked for it. If it's broken, the community rallies and fixes it. This isn't corporate magic. This is player magic. This is tribal magic. If you want to help keep the plane thriving, that's where Patreon comes in. Constant support keeps the lights on, while constant growth gets you early access and testing. And of course, Constant Core, which we appreciate so much, puts you in the room where we decide what gets forged next. Free support still matters, watching, sharing, engaging in the chat, hanging out by the fire. That stuff is real and it certainly helps. But Patreon lets us move faster and keeps Constant Lists independent. If you're tired of clunky tools and want something that actually feels alive and fit for goblins, come join us. The links are up. You notice I did a little Lorwyn
It
version.
was very good. You did tailor
You like
that
that?
very nicely. That was great. That was
Hey,
really great. That was fun. Um,
great
yeah,
stream, man.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it
Had
was
fun tonight.
great.
What a blast.
It was great. Sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all. Thanks for those that rejoined. Thank you again to all of our patrons. I think we're 12 or 13 strong now. It's crazy to think that that's how far we've come. Um, yeah, we're growing. We want you here. We want you to hang out with us, spend time with us, and give us your feedback and your thoughts, how we can have a something real special, and play Magic and have a good time all together. So we'll sign out for tonight. Thanks everybody for joining. Um, if you're in the Discord, we'll talk to you there. If you're a patron, the deck's posted, so feel free to jump in and share your thoughts. I think you should be able to edit too. Hopefully that feature's still up and running. I might have to tune it a bit, but you might be able to just edit yourself in the deck, which will be cool. So thanks everybody. Have a great rest of your nights, and we'll talk to you all very soon.